man.
No problem. I know you're a busy man.
It is what it is, right? Got bills, man. Bills ain't gonna slow down, right?
Yeah, they're only getting worse. So I saw on your profile that you're both a realtor and an insurance agent.
Yeah, yeah. I actually own an insurance agency with Allstate.
Nice. And you're also a realtor.
Yes, I am.
How do you have
Yes,
time for both, man?
bills, bills are due. You just super time management at the end of the day. I would say, honestly, I mean, almost everything's on the phone now. So as long as I have this is on. I can text, I can call, I can email from here. Um, yeah, it's just time management as well.
Which one
But
do
with
you,
the insurance side, I do have employees, so that helps a lot.
how many employees do you have?
Including myself, I have six, and then I
Nice.
have like five independent contractors. So I'm there to help them sell. I'm just if they need support, they just reach out. But they're just there are people that just want rent. I don't want any corporate. I want hands off. I just want somebody to support me, give me the highest comp, things like that. I'm like, yeah, no problem. I used to work in JP Morgan. I know all
Oh,
about the lifestyle. So yeah, come over.
what is the ratio as far as time goes? How much time do you spend in real estate? How much time do you spend in insurance? What is the ratio?
Yeah, no, great question. I would say out of 24 hours, I would say in a day. And then getting 7 hours of sleep, you're talking like I would say probably 80% is still insurance, 20% is real estate. And that is in terms of like communication.
Hmm.
Like for example, like one of my listings in Massac Beach, doesn't really take long for me to call up everybody in the town and like marinas because it's Massac Beach, and then follow up with people that submitted offers or sold the house. It really doesn't take long to do that kind of stuff. The insurance side is a little more unique because it's not just sales, it's also helping people when bad things happen. So, that tends to be a little more like I can't just say, yeah, you're covered and then hang up the phone and their house is up in flames in Huntington. You know what I'm saying? Like
You can't.
that a lot more feelings in the mix. So that sometimes, does the insurance drop down to like 60%, but real estate will drop, increase to 40%? Yeah, that has happened. It depends on the day. So like weekends tend to be more real estate driven
Interesting.
because of open houses, people are not working, things
Uh,
of that nature, or the evenings even. But it depends. Like last night was interesting. It was like insurance and real estate, then insurance till like midnight. Because some clients are just free, when they're done with work, late night. So long question, a long answer, my bad. But yeah, everyone
no,
had
no,
it,
we
man,
got
time answer, dude.
yeah, we got time, man. So
Awesome, me
how
too.
how do those businesses affect each other? Do they help each other?
Mm,
Do they bring in more clients from each other? Do they work
mm.
together?
Yeah, no, great question. Yeah, I'm definitely an anomaly for this. A lot of my clients, they would, on the insurance side, I have a lot of like relationships with my clients. It's I know everything, like not just home and all, like where they live and what kind of cars they have, but asset wise, right? I'm here to protect their assets, right? In case they get sued or something. So
Right.
I'm also a financial representative. So I handle 401ks, investments, retirement funds, college savings, life insurance. So I really know almost everything about a person, about a family, and that does drive in some emotional stuff. So, part of that is like, how long do you have on your mortgage? Oh, you have rental properties, like, I started knowing everything about them and they started knowing a lot about me. And it got to the point in 2021 where I just got my real estate license because everybody is a realtor on the island and in the five boroughs. A lot of my cousins are realtors. So I end up getting it because my clients trust me for their investments and insurance needs. And we trust you, Ren. Do you know anyone? Are you a realtor? It became that trend. Are you a realtor? Because you just happen to know a lot. So the real estate license, in short, brings up conversation, just like how me and you were talking. Like if I
Yeah.
wasn't a realtor, we would not be talking right now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like a ticket of conversation at these network events. Loan officers were already my referral source for insurance. But now that I'm a realtor, now they really want to talk to me, you know? Everybody's always going to talk about real estate, you know? So when having that license and then just having all that like history of being in financial services, it just kind of gives me that credibility to let's have a conversation versus someone saying, yeah, the market's going to go down. We should buy. You should buy. Everybody knows I'm transparent and just very fluid with emotions of things. I'm so New York, you know. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, like, think about it this way too. Like, somebody's house burns up in flames. I could figure out, I could send out a quick like heads up to all the realtors. Yeah, I'm a realtor too, obviously, and try to put them in a rental. The insurance company will pay for that. You know what I'm saying? And they'll pay me. Or help them find a home or something like that. Like they apartment in a two bedroom, one, 2 beds, 1 bath. And all of a sudden they hit me up. Oh, hey, we need to get life insurance. I'm like, is everything okay? Usually people don't call and say I need life insurance, unless it's too late. Like, no, no, we're we're expecting now. And I'm like, wow, that's great. Oh my gosh. Well, what are you gonna do next? Well, we're gonna have to find a bigger house. I'm like, well, I know someone that could help you out with that. So it just creates a better conversation because you're with somebody already that has the trust. So
Right. It sounds like they
yeah.
help each other a lot, and it sounds like
Yeah.
pretty much everybody wants to talk to you because like you're a good person because you wear two different hats. So I feel like a lot of people are attracted to that. How long have you been
Right.
in real estate now?
Since I actually just hit 3 years with Signature Premier just yesterday. And that's the brokerage that I joined 3 years ago. So 3 years with that.
What inspired you to get into real estate?
I mean, I just love like honestly, you just see all the characteristics of homes on the island in the five
Mhm.
boroughs. Again, a lot of my friends and family are realtors, so I get to see on their Instagram stories, their Snapchat and Facebook of what they are putting out on the market or what they're seeing at an open house and all that stuff. So to me, that's like art almost. It's one of the biggest assets you could have. So that attracted wealth, right? Wealth management and stuff like that. And then it's just again like my own inner circle of clientele. They would love for me to be their realtor, basically,
Right.
because again, like this one guy has a 6 unit commercial 6 unit residential building in Ridgewood, Queens,
Mhm.
and he's so tired of his tenants. He's like, and like he's not really tech savvy. He's not really on there or anywhere, like anywhere on
Squatters.
the internet or anything like that. So I was like, so he's just venting with me, right? And I'm like, so what are you gonna do? You're 78 years old, like what are you gonna do? He's like, do you know anyone that can help me sell this? Like, man, I do. He's like, really? Because whoever you recommend, I'll listen. Because I love talking with you. You know many people are straight like you.
Mhm.
And I was like, yeah, no, it's me. Um, yeah, no, it's just that's what inspires me. It's to help people. That's my heartstring. Help
Right.
people.
Yeah, that's a good. Were they squatters? Those tenants that you were talking about, were they squatters?
No, no, no. It's just, look, the tenants, they don't give a damn, honestly, about properties in New York. They don't respect it. He was just tired of like there's always an issue. Like the tenant, like 6 units. So some of them were like arguing one another.
Right.
One was like destroying up the place, always a plumbing issue. One was always late on their pay.
Yeah, that's
So, but when you're in your late 70s, like anything's gonna really bother you. You get what I'm saying? So yeah,
yeah.
and this guy he bought it for like 30 grand in
Wow.
the late 80s,
Wow.
Yeah. So that's really good for me how I can marry that, right? Because you have capital gains tax you have to play a part with that. So I could connect him with a CPA to figure out that side of things. And then he's going to get accumulation of wealth. So what do you do with that kind of wealth? Well, I could help him put it into some mutual funds, and maybe boost up his annuity or something like that. And then we'll help. He was thinking about moving to Florida so his money could stretch. I got friends in Florida that could do real estate, or the
Right.
Carolinas or something like that. Something that's a little bit more friendlier when it comes to your taxes. So again, I'm like a bridge, you
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah.
it's literally to help people.
You're
They don't teach
you're like
you.
a full circle.
That's
So
it.
so you said you've been for 3 years realtor now?
Yes.
So you got in the middle of COVID.
Yeah.
which is great because I heard that houses were flying during COVID. So tell us about your first year. Tell us about that.
Yeah, no, okay. So like literally, so I started up a signature with Dan O'Neill's team November of 2021. And then it's the winter time, so I'm still trying to learn everything. Um, and you got the holidays, things were slow, and then January 1st, New Year's, I started working open houses and everything like that. So learning paperwork. Last time I wanted to do something incorrectly with LIBOR or
Right.
MLS or something just because I
Right.
didn't have the proper documents out on play, right?
Mhm.
So I was really big on compliance. Again, I'm coming from the insurance world, which is all law. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm really big with that kind of stuff, right? And it's a license, you work hard. So then you're entering 2022. I got three accepted offers in 1 week, and then and those three houses basically, and this was in March, I have to say, in March,
Okay.
or let's
March
see, January I was working open
2021.
houses. What's that?
March 21.
2022.
22. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, November. So yeah, November 2021 is when I started officially. February of 2022, I got buyers, um, connecting with my loan officers. So from October to February, I was learning the system, I was learning the processes, I was shadowing, and I started creating my team of professionals, right? From a loan officer to real estate attorney to title to home inspectors, and then obviously insurance, which is going to be my team, right? Assemble the Avengers basically. Um, and then February got people within my network that wanted to buy because I started posting on social media. So and then March got three houses under accepted offer and then went under contract in late April. Not late April. What am I saying? Like late March.
Okay.
Literally the same week. Like accepted offer.
Mhm.
Boom. So under contract. End up closing around May, June, and July for all three of
Wow.
those homes. And I still I was still working. So my first year in volume, I did 3 million in volume in
Wow.
my first year. Yeah, dude. And it's all referrals, all word of mouth. That's really people in my circle. And then in my second year of 2022, sorry, of 2023, I did another 3 mil in volume as well.
Wow.
And then this year, to be honest with you, I didn't close anything. Except for like a rental or something like that.
This year
But
was
this year,
tough.
yeah, this year was tough. But I focused more on my insurance agency and my team to because right now New York and California and Jersey for insurance and Florida it's
A
horrendous.
mess. Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And as being a leader and a boss, I have to make sure that my team, my agency, and I'll send you a picture of my team and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like they're like family to me, man. They depend on me. Like their families depend on me if you think about it. Like their
Mhm.
paychecks are coming from me and everything like that. I gotta make sure they're good. I don't want to let go of anybody. I don't want to cut hours. I don't none of that, dude. I didn't change comp like ever since I opened, honestly. If anything, I've been enhancing comp and some things I'm losing money on, but I'm never gonna like change over my staff because you got single moms, you got hardworking moms, you got families and everything like that. So this year I really slowed down. Honestly, I only did $4,000 in volume. It was a rental, but I did refer a good amount of buyers to other realtors, collect a little referral fee or something
Nice.
like that.
Nice.
Yeah, because again, my network is so hard, strong. I think next year is going to be very explosive for me, because I've been doing more buyer consultations this year, especially with the new rules of NAR, which honestly was not even an issue or hiccup in the way how I do things anyway. It's like it's contract signing. Um, so everybody that is not financially prepared to buy end of 2023 and for this entire year, um, they're going to be ready for next year, basically. Because I'm like, hey, okay, look, you're this close. You just need to save like this amount of money, and we can get that kind of house at this location and everything like that. So, I would say this year in the real estate world for me, I've been very extremely busy. I've been
Mhm.
helping out with open houses. I've been making more connects, doing more buyer consultations. Volume wise, pretty much nothing. But hey, sometimes you gotta reset the whole plan and operation, you know? So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, you have another full-time job, so that at least that pays the bills. And I
Right.
feel like this year was really tough. So, do you think that for realtors, you think next year is going to be better for realtors?
So so today we have a gender reveal for United States of America.
Yeah.
We don't know if we're gonna get Trump or Kamala Harris. So
By the
I
time this video is released, we'll know.
what's that?
By the time I release this video, we'll have a new
We'll
president.
we'll find out
Yeah.
exactly. So will next year get better for New York, for downstate New York? Let's target that, right? We have Long
Depends who
Island.
wins.
What's that?
Depends who wins.
It depends who wins. I would say that because right now, what the interest rate right now, 30-year interest rate, it's like it kept going up. It went back. It's almost like 7% right now. Um, we would honestly have to see because the good thing about these two candidates, they both are they both were in office, you know, to a certain extent with Kamala, right? She had Biden, but Trump
Mhm.
hasn't been in office. So we can only use previous performance to help kind of dictate this thing. And it's not just them, it's like 5,000 like government officials, right? So I mean, if we look under Trump's presidency, more and more people are able to buy low 2% interest rate, you know. It was like you only had to make like 60 grand a year to qualify to buy a home in downstate New York.
Mhm.
Literally the mecca of the world, you know, Long Island and the five boroughs, right? And if you get an accessory building, if you get a house with an accessory apartment or a multifamily, forget it. It's over. It's over. Especially
Forget
if you
about it.
Queens where taxes are 5 grand and you have 2 meters or 3 meters, you're good. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then those same houses back in like 2019 and 2020, you look at what they're worth now. You bought it for 700 or worth 1.3 right now.
Hmm.
Holy smokes, assets on assets, right? Um, right now with the Biden and Harris, you have to make like almost double. You have to make almost like 120,000, right? So the buying power has diminished for consumers.
Yeah.
Corporations are able to buy. BlackRock has been doing really well with that, and JP
A whole
Morgan.
different story.
So they're eating all that up, you know. Um, so it honestly depends where we're at because we still have a high demand. So that is what's good for people like me and you. You know, we're always gonna have buyers. They just won't be able to buy as if it's 2020 and 2021 in this current moment, you know. Um, but when we saw interest rates hitting like 6% just like a couple months ago, man, I'll be honest with you, I would have been closing on a couple of houses, honestly, but they literally got priced out when the interest rate went up. But I'm dealing with a lot, and I'm sure you're probably dealing with this too. I'm dealing with a lot of people that don't know the difference between a screwdriver and a hammer. Like most of them are our generation. They want the HGTV, Netflix looking turnkey house. And I'm like, the bones, you know, look at the bones, look at the characteristics of the home and everything like that, you know. Um, I have this one client who you know, they're putting like almost they're putting like about 50% down, like on anything.
50%?
Yeah, dude, 50%, right? But the problem and but they want that turnkey home, you know. I have a few clients that are like this right now. And I don't blame them. You work hard, you make your money, you want that turnkey home. I don't blame you. But you know what? Why not we find that home in that right location that maybe needs a lot of work or maybe needs some sort of level of work that is not $1 million because you have the mansion tax, right? When we look for something less. So that's been working well because now we're looking at houses that are 700, right? So then you could, and then you're doing, say you do like 400,000 down. Hey, maybe do quarter mil down and take the rest and add on, rebuild, redo it, you know, totally feasible. Only because the interest rates are high right now, you know. Um, yeah, man. I mean, I know I'm wishy-washy with all this, and this is not me supporting like one candidate over another, but Kamala was saying 25,000 credit. Like,
Mhm.
there's so many credits already out there. There's so many grants already that exist. That one does not exist. That is something that she could have already done. She's
Mhm.
like, why haven't they already done it?
Mhm.
That's like my little thought right there. But it's a tax credit, so it's not something where like you have to buy the house and then do your taxes. and then you get a reduction in your taxes up to 25. But that is not, there's so much red tape behind that little segment because it's not for everybody, you know. I didn't read that one, but there's so many ones that are just like that exist where it's like you have to be in a rural area,
Yep.
like very not unpopulated. So you're talking about like outside of Syracuse, upstate, you know, something like that, like farmland,
Mhm.
right? Because they want to spread the population and everything like that, you know. So it's tough, dude. You know, like for me, I bought my house here in Smithtown in July of
Oh,
2022.
you're in Smithtown.
I'm in Smithtown, yeah.
I like.
So I live in Smithtown, but I'm everywhere. My insurance business is in Jamaica, Queens. So if you just Google search Jainarine, you'll find me over there.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm pretty close. I'm in Flora Park, so I'm like
oh,
5 minutes away.
then let's definitely meet up for sure,
Yeah.
man. You're right
Yeah.
there. Um, yeah, no, it's tough right now, dude. What I don't know what next. I wish I had an idea what next year's going to look like. I know what my buyers are going to buy a home next year. Why? Because we took this whole year to plan and save, and some of their jobs are performance level jobs that involves bonus and commission. So I'm like, okay, cool. If you could do 3 more hours a week on overtime, if you could add an extra 10% on your commission, meaning you add 20% more in your what you do for work on a day to day, you're not going to get the house you want. You're going to get the house that you dreamed for. You get what I'm saying? Next year,
Yeah.
2025. You know, the best thing you could do is just hold cash. That's it. And don't buy anything on your credit cards. So, yeah, but I can't say the same for a majority of other people. You know, what's going to look like. Because a lot of, I dealt with a few buyers, and I'm sure you have this too, where they use Google as a realtor and they tell me, what about this grant and this is this? And I'm like, you can't buy a house. You have 150,000 in student loans. You have a credit score of 800. That's great, but you have no money. You have 10,000 in your savings. You have 5,000 in a Robinhood account, and you make like 2,000. Sorry, you make about 800 a week. So before taxes, you need to save money. You only have 5 grand in your account. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Stop buying, you know, things that you stop being a consumer. Stop being like sucked into like your cell phone consumer life, you know? Like a cell phone is like prison basically with everything that's on here. Like don't worry about the nicest clothes, the watch, the shoes, the cars, and everything like that. Some of these people got like a brand new BMW, but they can't make their $25 payment on their Chase Freedom card. You know what I'm saying? It's unreal what's out there. And they say it's unfair. I'm like, it's not unfair, you know? You're to buy an asset, you gotta spend money, you know, maybe about 6 to 8% closing costs and down payment on an FHA.
Mhm.
You could look into that, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to me like buying a house gets harder and harder every single year. Home
Mhm.
prices only go up. I want to get back to the BlackRock comment because,
Mm.
BlackRock, honestly, to be honest, they really bother me. I don't know how you
Mhm.
feel about them, but they do those companies bother you? Those companies that are buying out all these houses, do they bother you at all?
Mhm. Bother me in reference to just them buying properties or
Well,
other
I
agencies.
mean, they have a lot to do with why the home prices are going up, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
And doesn't that greed bother you a little or no?
Yeah, honestly, it I'm not gonna call it greed because we're trying to do the same thing, right?
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Like if me and you had a surplus of money, we're gonna park that, right? We're not gonna get our interest rates at Bank of America and Chase is 0.01, right?
Mhm.
So me and you would have been buying real estate if we had the money, right? So they have
Sure,
the money.
sure.
Now, where's our regulations? Where is that? We didn't really see that in the prior administration. We're seeing that now. And our administration in New York is unreal. It's like free for all right now. You know, you have not just BlackRock, you have all these other guys doing it, and then you have foreign entities that are doing this as well. So they all got the money. We don't have it because we're getting taxed, man. We're trying to just scrape by and everything like that. You know, if gas was like, it's amazing how like if you break it down, if everything was a lot cheaper, how it was like 4 or 5 years ago, more and more American wealth would have been, you know, presenting itself. But look, people that work at BlackRock, they live here. They're our neighbors. They're New Yorkers. They live here too. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not like it's not like the enemy or anything like that. It's just those are the guys. They're not being handcuffed or balled to a chain or anything like that. They have free roam, but there is no protection over regular consumers
Yeah.
of our buyers and everything like that. Not anymore. There's nobody that's going to stand up to them because everybody's working in cahoots. And I hope I don't get canceled for saying all this because I did say this stuff over the summer, and then my Facebook got hacked and my deleted, and my
Really?
Instagram getting hacked, but I was able to get that, and I just got my
Well,
Facebook
back
back.
to it depends on who wins. It depends on who wins.
Depends who wins because look, I'm not saying that like if Kamala wins, it's gonna be the exact same thing for the past 4 years. But it is a good indication because nothing has changed of what is being presented. And then like if Trump wins, yeah, do I think people will be able to buy more? Absolutely. Do I think people are gonna get more jobs in America if he wins? Absolutely. Like people are talking about this whole tariff situation. Okay, yeah, we tax what's coming into America heavy. So that could actually cost us a lot of money to buy stuff. But guess what? What if we take that company and put it in America like it was 5 years ago,
Mm.
and they could manufacture here? So they're not going to pay the tariffs anymore. So it's going to be a lot cheaper. And then we get the jobs again. Like cars were cheaper, dude. Like you could buy a nice car and everything like that years ago. Now I'm like, why is it $35,000 for a basic Toyota Camry? Oh, I remember that was you get that car, bro. You get that for less than 20 and you good. Now it's like, what the heck, you
Interest
know?
rates too. Interest rates are higher for cars.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly it, man. Like, look, like I'm spending $1,000 a month on my car. It's a 2020 Mercedes GLE, fully loaded, AMG Black. Um, if I would have bought that like 5 years ago, it would have been $600 a month, right?
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like it's just, yeah, interest rates has gone up now. And the reason why inflation exists is simply to help preserve spending. Otherwise, we could be like Venezuela and Cuba and other parts of the country, of the world and everything like that. But it's we need somebody that could help give the American people money back in their wallets and everything like that. So it's just am I mad at the corporate greed? I'm not because people work for them too and everything like that. They're playing the game and everything like that. Me getting mad at it is not going to do anything because I don't control that. I'm very simple minded right now, man. I like to control what I control. That's not going to help me pay the bills if I keep complaining about them. But just like how I own a business, if one of my employees is not doing the job, we have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? We
Mhm.
talk about it. Now, if they still keep doing a bad job, I have to fire them. Or that might be really mean for me to say. I have to let them go. We need to be doing that with our officials and everything like that. And people don't realize that we could do that at any time. We don't have to wait every 2 years, every 4 years, and stuff like that. But it's sad. Like our raw materials are being bought over and
Yeah.
being made, and steel, our meats, dude. Like it's disgusting how our meats are not really made here. Like we have farms here and everything like that. So I really,
Yeah.
it's tough, dude. So am I upset at corporate greed? I'm not. I'm just upset at like we're not holding them accountable. We're giving money away. We are letting people buy right in our backyard that don't live here, and then we're just giving the money away overseas and everything like that. I'm like, holy smoke! How many people could really use that money right now? Me and you and all that stuff. So
Homeless people. Homeless people need.
homeless people, bro. You can't. I haven't been to the city in a minute, but when I have a couple of times, real quick for a Knicks game or something, bro, it's disgusting. How is this
Try
the world?
California.
What's that?
Try California.
Oh gosh, San Francisco, forget that, dude. Dude, I honestly thought I was going to get COVID for just existing on the street because I had to go get a COVID test to fly to Hawaii. So I flew into California, stayed there a couple of nights. Never been to San Fran. It was beautiful outside of the town, outside the city. But as I'm walking, it stunk, bro. It stunk. It
Wait,
was
why did you have to go to Hawaii for a COVID test?
Uh, this was back in 2021. So to enter that, so that they said COVID, like, um, guidelines. So if you want to enter the state of Hawaii, you have to get a negative test,
Oh, to go to Hawaii. I see.
to go
Okay.
to Hawaii. Right, 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 right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but to fly back to New York, I didn't have to do anything because I was considered essential.
Because of the real estate agent? Because of
The insurance agent and the
the insurance is
financial
essential.
advisor.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's weird.
Yeah. Anyway, next question. Approximately how much per month do you spend into your business?
Real estate, right?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Um, so I don't spend money on marketing. I do
Zero on
all,
marketing, zero.
yeah, zero on marketing. I really don't spend much. I do all the marketing myself. I love the creativity. I love videography, photography, graphic design. The only expenses are it's very minute, right? A month. It's based on like gas. Signature provides all my office supplies. So it's really just gas and like if you had to put time, like my time is valuable, so I don't know what dollar exactly that could be, like um yeah, I really don't spend money. If it's
Interesting.
free, it's for me, you
What's that?
know? If it's free, it's for me, you
Right.
know. Like yeah, no, I just don't spend any money on this, It's literally my time, I guess.
Interesting. So where do you get your leads from? Who's your main source?
Referrals.
That there you go. Okay.
That's it, I would say this, what I'm doing literally this month is I am going to be pouring $1,000 into marketing, and it's going to be very manual. So it's going to be mailers, it's going to be door to door. I'm gonna
DDM.
yes, exactly. I'm gonna hit up the neighborhoods that I know personally. I'm gonna hit up all the business owners that I grew up with and let them
In
know that
Smithtown? Smithtown?
Smithtown. I'm gonna hit up Smithtown. I'm gonna hit up Garden City, Mineola. I'm gonna hit up South Ozone Park, Richmond Hill, Jamaica, Hollis, Queens
And we're
Village.
talking about EDDM right now. You're paying the post office.
Oh yeah, I'm paying the post office, but then I'm also gonna go out myself to the businesses myself as
Okay.
well. Um, so yeah, out of that entire thousand, it's just gonna go into mailers and then door to door myself. Um, and then oh crap, I just blanked out. What the hell am I gonna do?
Marketing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, son
What
of a gun.
about cold calling? Like, do you use any of those like Red X, Vulcan 7? Do you use any of those? You know cold call?
No, I never have.
Well, you don't have the time. You don't have the time to cold call.
I could make the time, make it a priority. I just got to make it a priority. That's it. But I don't need to. I don't have to. Again, my referrals are just, it's there, you know. Um, and again, oh yeah, there we go. Network events, just whatever network events there are, I'm gonna go to them. So there's some that are like $100, some of
There's
them
one
are like,
tomorrow in Farmingdale. I'll send you the link.
oh, send it to me,
I'll
please.
send it
Yeah.
to you. Send
Oh
it to
yeah,
you.
tomorrow. What time?
5:30 to 8, Farmingdale. It's at the main event. You know the main event?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, cool. I'll
5:30.
be honest with you. I really don't know where everybody finds these events and everything like that. Because then also I see everybody post their stories of them going to an event. I'm like, is there like a universal email chain that I'm missing out on here? So
I
just to
use
go to,
Eventbrite and Eventbrite and what's the other one? There's another one that's not coming to my head, but I'll send you
okay.
the link though.
Oh, okay. No, thank you. Because I really don't like missing out on that kind of stuff. So yeah, no, honestly, it's these network events. Yeah, maybe realtors, but guess what? The insurance side can help speak to it. Loan officers get to speak to it. Loan officers, if I'm friendly with them, they'll send me some buyers that are unrepresented as well.
Yep.
It's referrals. That's really it. At the end of the day. And there are realtors that would refer someone to me because they don't do that territory, they don't have the time, or they're at capacity. You know what I'm saying? So, I try to find out ways that, and those are usually very high quality as well. Cold
Mhm.
calling, I'm just not there. If this was like, if you're talking to Ren, like if I never did insurance or I started insurance and real estate at the exact same time, Yeah, I'll be cold calling like crazy because that's how I started with the insurance business as well, you know? But it's all referral based. But cold calling, for those that are watching, you got to do that. You have to hit every single communication channel that exists and everything like that. And then you got to go heavy on social media. You don't need to dump money on the ads. You just got to be present on social media. You don't need to talk about, choose me to buy and sell. Just talk about your life. Talk, if you have the dog, post a picture about the dog. You're it's all about connecting. Everybody has their phone. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's on social media anyways, whether you're 50 years old or whatever. And I tend to use Facebook a lot because that's where our family, our parents usually tend to hang out now.
Mhm.
Uh, and all you need is a referral. They everybody knows somebody, and they get excited when they say, "Oh yeah, I know a guy," you know. So
Well, I
no,
also feel like since you have another full-time job, you don't necessarily have to that pressure to cold call to door knock because you already have another source of income, so you don't have that pressure to door knock in 30 degrees, right?
right, right. Yeah, no, that's very fair to say. I don't have to, yeah, and that's probably what like a lot of people try to like hit me on the side with, like, oh, well, since you already have another job, you're not really a full-time agent. I'm like, no, time out. Like, I may not be a full-time agent on paper, and I don't know how you compute that because I'll be up till like 4 in the morning and still wake up at 7 in the morning, you
So,
know, and doing real estate and all that
uh,
stuff, right?
uh,
Because again, some people are just free and you also have the game plan, right? But when I have a client, oh my gosh, I'm 150% all in and everything like that. That's what I'm saying. Like people say I don't have the time. No, you're just gonna making things out of priority. You have to
priority. Yep.
change those knobs and those dials, right? So, the buyers I'm working with right now, yeah, I got showings every day, man. And in the evening, I set it up and everything like that, so because they're a priority, they're ready to buy. This interest rate, I don't know what's going to be next week. If it's going to be 7.5 or something, we need to get something in now. We got to lock it in and everything. So I tend to work like a full-time agent when I need to be. But yeah, with my full-time job, I own the business. So what does that look like? That means I get paid whenever I pay myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Just
get paid every week. I don't get paid every 2 weeks. I get paid when I pay myself. That's basically what that is. So are there some months, weeks, days? Oh, not days, forget that. Are there many months? Are there some months? Are there majority of weeks where I don't collect a paycheck? Absolutely. Absolutely, because you own the business. If I take money, what's I going to do? If the business needs the money, if my staff needs the money. So just want to make sure people understand that like owning a business is if you think it's for it's glamorous, I'm losing hair, like it's not,
yeah. Well, owning a
you
business.
understand that too, because you're an entrepreneur as well. Every realtor is a business owner.
Right. And owning a business takes a lot of risk, a lot of persistency. It's not like a 9 to 5 job. You have to put thousands and thousands of dollars into your business. A 9 to 5 job, you barely put any. So with us, you got to take a lot of risks, and those risks often cost thousands of dollars. Do you have any tips for new agents?
Yes, new agents. Whatever you learn in class doesn't exist. All right. If
Throw it out the window.
yeah, throw it out the window. All right. Come figure out your whys. Why are you doing this? If any of those reasons are only gonna be about money, you got to add more to it because money, there's no ceiling for that. You have to go all in every day. If this is the only thing you do, go in all in and everything. Do not act like money is gonna hit your pocket. Money ain't gonna hit nothing unless you put all. If you go all in, that's really it. Surround yourself with people that know what they're doing, that are humble about it, and they're hard workers at it. Iron sharpens iron. Read books all the time. Don't be a consumer. Give out the information. Don't hide the ingredients. Share the recipe.
Randall, where can people find you?
Renraps, type in Jainarine in Google. Honestly, you'll find me everywhere. Type in Jainarine in Google, you'll find everything about me. Or you type in Renraps, you'll find everything about me. Find me on Pokemon Go, Xbox, Instagram, whatever.
I'll put your info below. It was great talking to you, brother.
Thank you, Chris. Have a
Have a
good
good
one.
one, man. Take care, boss.